Once upon a time, a boy was born with nothing. No legacy, no name the world would remember. Just a dream, too big for his village. He came into this world, not with celebration, but silence. No golden crib, no lullabies, just chaos. The air was heavy. The house calls get an hope? A ghost no one dared to believe in. He took his first breath in a home where dreams went to die, where survival was the only story anyone told. But even then, something flickered inside him, a tiny flame burning in the shadows. Something they couldn't touch, something they couldn't break. A dream. Every morning, he opened his eyes to the same silence, but not peace. A silence full of invisible weight, not on his shoulders, not in his hands, but wrapped around his chest like chains. The weight of, "You're not good enough. Who do you think you are? Stay in your lane." A world that had already written his ending before he ever got a chance to write his beginning. He'd walk to school with holes in his shoes, but dreams in his mind. Big ones, loud ones. But every time he spoke them aloud, the world laughed. At school, they called him the dreamer, not as a badge of pride, but as a warning sign. You think you're special? You think you're different? You think you're gonna change anything? The words hit him harder than fists ever could. He raised his hand in class, with ideas, with hope, but they never looked his way. The teacher skipped him, the others smirked, and day by day, something in him started to crack. He stopped raising his hand. He stopped speaking his dreams. He started to shrink. The mirror became a place he feared. He didn't see a hero. He didn't see a dreamer. He saw a mistake, a shadow of someone who once believed, and the weight, it grew, heavier and heavier, not because of what they said, but because now, he was saying it too. Years passed, but time didn't heal him. It just made the silence louder. The dream didn't die, it simply learned to whisper. No more shouting, no more fists in the air, only quiet hope, buried beneath tired eyes. He grew older, but not taller in spirit. His shoulders slouched, his light dimmed, and still, he kept carrying the weight. He worked late nights, early mornings, wiping tables, lifting boxes, taking orders. People said, "Be realistic. Dreams don't pay the rent. Dreams don't put food on the table." He smiled, nodded, but deep down, another piece of him broke. The rejection letters came like clockwork, each one a quiet number, each one a nail in the coffin of his belief. He began to wonder, were they right all along? Was I foolish to believe? He stared out the window at night, watching the stars in silence. A sky full of dreams, just out of reach. The world had not changed, but something inside him had. He wasn't just tired, he was drowning, not in work, not in life, but in the weight of other people's limits stacked on top of his own fading hope. Still, even in that darkness, one tiny flicker remained. It hadn't gone out, not yet. One day, in the middle of the rain, he just stopped walking. The storm above, it matched the storm inside, but instead of running for cover, he looked up, and for the first time, he saw something different. Not punishment, not bad luck, but truth. Every no, every shut door, every mocking laugh. It wasn't about him. It never was. The world didn't hate him. The world was just afraid. Afraid of dreamers who refuse to quit. Afraid of those who see possibility, where others see walls. And right there, in the middle of the downpour, something rose inside him. He stood taller, lifted his chin, and for the first time in years, he didn't feel small. They told him to shrink. He chose to grow. They told him to whisper. He chose to roar. They told him to crawl. He chose to fly. He ran, not from the pain, but with it. He ran with scars, with silence, with every bruise that whispered, "You're not enough," but he kept going. Through storms, through silence, through nights no one saw, he trained while the world slept. He studied when no one believed. He fell, got up, fell harder, got up stronger, and then he created. He built from the ashes. He dreamed with his hands. He rose with his heart. Every no lit a fire. Every failure sharpened his soul. Each scar became a badge, not of pain, but of power. And then one day, he stopped chasing dreams because he realized he was living them. He turned back, lifted others, spoke life into their silence because he saw it clearly now. The weight hadn't broken him. It had built him. That boy was you. Every struggle, every silent cry, every moment you nearly gave up was not the end. It was the beginning. That weight you're carrying, it's yours. That doubt whispering in your mind, also yours. But so is the fire, so is the fight, so is the dream, and the power to change everything has always been within you. Right here, right now. Stop carrying the world's limitations. Start carrying your dreams. Run. Not away from your story, but toward your destiny. Your dream is waiting. What will you carry? Change your world.